What's really good, my people? Welcome into No Catch Up Chicago, for Chicago, by Chicago. I am your host, Sean Little. Big Nick the Quick in the building as always.
Yeah.
Championship Tuesday.
Championships.
Championship Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
You already know what time it is, man. I was at the game. We're going to
Club
talk Big Bears, championships all day. You see I got the new flag behind me. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Just copped that. I think I copped it a couple games ago, but I just left it on my desk. I forgot I even had it. But that's locked up now because we're champs now.
So they had the little electronic billboards on the highway right now, so they they're able to change the different marketing messages.
Yeah.
One of them is the big NFC North champs.
We already know.
Right after a Bet Chicago ad. So shout out Bet Chicago, getting ready for that sports gambling wave. But yeah, they had the big ass NFC North championship jump off on the billboard. I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it. It looked good.
The Bulls are scrapping, folks.
Are they?
Well, physically, not on the court.
100%. Yeah, they gotta do something.
Not on the court. They making noise. They trying to throw a little fist.
We can't play ball. You got to break a sweat some way.
Yes, we're gonna talk the little narrative on if that means anything for anything. But we'll talk that, and then we'll do a little national roundup.
Yeah.
But how you doing? Before we jump into this shit, what's popping? Everything is good?
All good, baby. Happy.
Everything is kosher?
Yeah, looking good.
Let me pull up the thread, make sure
everything's beautiful.
We rocking.
Oh, we got some people.
We rocking, right?
Chat. Yeah, I know I got a few people that told me they were going to watch today.
Good.
Shout out to them.
Let's go. Yeah, we up here, we rocking. Set looks great. People are already, Kings of the North, already talking shit on there.
Sir.
Shout out my boy John. Shout out my boy Sports and Shoes TV. Make sure you catch his Twitch stream. He's on there daily. What's going on?
Not too much, man.
You see the hat?
Yeah, I like it.
Merch coming, G.
Merch coming.
Merch coming. You peep the hat. Stay locked. It's coming soon. I'm gonna get you some stuff ASAP, Rocky.
Get it.
This is just a little sample, but I got some stuff.
I need the hoodie.
I got some stuff I'm working on, no doubt. Let's kick the show off this way. I'm gonna show you a little clip of your thoughts on the Bears prior to the season.
Oh man.
Aaron, pull me up real quick, man. This is how we gonna start it.
How did I know this was gonna happen this year?
This is how we gonna start it, man. We ready?
Blue is popping.
This is Nick Harvey, Big Nick the Quick on the Bears before the season started.
Blue is popping. Just like, okay, hey, what have we seen?
This is Nick Harvey, Big Nick the Quick on the Bears.
And even furthermore, when he was coming out, everybody said, this is a 3 to 4 year guy. Okay, hey, what have we seen?
This is Nick Harvey, Big Nick the Quick on the Bears. What do I got to do? I can hear it.
See?
My live stream, I got to turn it off or I got to mute it.
This is just letting y'all know that he's pulling out some bullshit right now. The computer's like, yeah, don't play this pre-Khalil Mack bullshit. It's pre-Khalil Mack bullshit.
Wait, so do I have to mute the actual, since I have it pulled up, I should mute that? Okay, I got that muted. Let's go. This is, I muted the wrong thing. Okay, I got you. All right, my bad. This is Big Nick the Quick before the season started.
Struggling.
His thoughts on the Bears. Let's go, man. I'm not worried about looking back because I got to play this clip. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about it at all. All right, hold on. 14-17 was the start. All right, bang. Can you hear that?
Give it time to put it together. I think everybody just be outside of that. It's just like, okay, hey, what have we seen that's saying that he's going to make this leap? And even furthermore, when he was coming out, everybody said this is a 3 to 4 year guy. Right?
No
He's
doubt.
a project. It's a lot of talent. You guys give it time to put it together. I think everybody just being so excited and saying we're going to win more than 7 games. Dude in the barbershop the other day put money on it with me for 9 games. 9 games. You can sign me. I'll put the house on that.
Optimism.
If the Bears win 9 games, I'll do backflips on State Street. It's not happening, you know what I mean? But
all right, got it.
Again,
that's all.
I'm not looking at the wins losses.
That's all I got. Do you have any thoughts on that? Anything you want to say on that? Because you said if we go over 9, you said you're gonna do backflips on State Street.
Sean pulling out these pre-Khalil.
Wait, is this facts?
Hey, these pre-Khalil Mack clips. That was before the Khalil Mack trade. That's before our whole season turned around.
it wasn't,
That's
bro.
pre-Khalil Mack. Yes,
no,
it is pre-Khalil
Mack.
Mack. That's pre-Khalil Mack.
Let me go get the date on
pre-Khalil Mack. I wouldn't be talking about a 3 or 4 window When was that?
August 28th.
Yeah, we didn't have Khalil Mack.
The season
August
started
28th.
the next week.
Nah, we didn't have Khalil Mack.
Let's pull out when Khalil Mack showed up to the city. Either way, you have any thoughts on doing? You gonna go do a cartwheel?
September 2nd.
Okay, so we didn't
September
have
2nd. So
we didn't have
pre-Khalil Mack, pre-Khalil Mack bullshit. And then if you pull up the next week when we got Khalil Mack, my outlook changed. Now I didn't think that we were going to be where we are. 100%, I'll own that, and I've been ready to own it. Look, I've been waiting every week for you to pull this out, so I knew that eventually it was going to come. So I never come unprepared. If you know anything about me, I'm never unprepared. So let me talk about this first. Number one, this is pre-Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack was a game changer. I texted you this the other day. I think that Khalil Mack might be the best football player I've ever seen, right? Or one of the best football players I've ever seen. He might be the best player in the NFL, so that obviously changes the trajectory of the season. Now, I didn't believe the Nagy hype, right? Trubisky's been hot and cold all year, but I didn't think that his hot would be as hot as it would, and I didn't think that we played together the way that we were. So that I'll take ownership on. But pre-Khalil Mack, I did think that we were probably going to be a 3 or 4 win ball club, maybe 4 or 5 wins. So I'll own that. But we got to add in that is pre-Khalil Mack, and that was a game-changing trade.
So you say you're not going
defense changing, team trading. Khalil Mack might be worth 3 to 4 wins.
So you saying you ain't going to go do cartwheels down State Street?
Nah, I'll do a somersault. We'll compromise. All right, so come see me on State Street. I'll do a couple somersaults for you.
I'm definitely getting this on film.
Pre-Khalil Mack. But yeah, I'll own it. I'll own it. This is a surprise for me. But guess what? This is a good surprise. I'm a Bears fan. And you know what? I've been watching the Bears be shit for years under John Fox. I wasn't optimistic. There. Is that what you want to hear?
That's what I wanted to hear.
If you had watched that shit for 3 years, which I know you did, I didn't know where you guys were getting all this optimism from.
You can see it, bro.
Hey,
we was getting
I'm
talent.
Disenchanted, baby. I'm disenchanted.
We had
seen
talent.
Too much. Watched too many Bears games. You know what my dad told me? You know my dad hasn't been to Wrigley Field in like 30 years because the Cubs were bad.
Yeah.
And like he told himself he would never go back in there again until they won, and obviously he still hasn't been since then.
Yeah.
But like that's the cloth from which I'm cut. You gotta
feel
show
you.
me something, baby.
My dad's the same way.
You gotta show me something.
Super negative. I'm not rocking with it.
It's not negativity,
It is
bro.
negative.
It's real.
It is
It's
negativity, bro.
realism.
It is
realism,
negativity, bro.
It's realism.
Whatever. We ain't got to talk about that. We the champs now. 2018 NFC North champions. We ain't got to talk about how wrong you were before the season started. We ain't got to talk.
It's
we ain't
good.
got to talk
It's
about
good kind
that.
of wrong, baby. We here now.
I was at the game.
Yeah.
The atmosphere was lit.
Uh-huh.
Before the game started, as we were making our way in, I saw multiple people they weren't going to make it into the game. Like completely blasted.
Already?
It was super nice out.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was like hot in the sun.
Still is, yeah. The sun was there, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a couple people that didn't make it into the game. Absolutely no chance. But we got it done.
Yeah.
There was a couple Packers fans still talking shit on the way in. I had to check a couple people. They were calling Trubisky Blake Bortles. They were like, Blake Bortles is taking the field, blah, 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 blah. And people were letting them get away with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, listen, I had to check a couple, dude. I checked a grown-ass man. He was drunk. And then I checked like a pack of high schoolers that thought it was sweet. You know what I mean? Like, we're the Packers type shit. And they were talking shit, and no one was saying anything. They were talking. At first, I wasn't saying nothing, right? We're on our way in. I'm getting ready to go through the metal detector. I'm not saying nothing. They're like, Blake Bortles is on the field. We still own the division. Y'all can't beat us.
Disrespectful.
Blah, blah, blah. It was wild disrespectful, so I had to check those dudes.
I told so I'm in with work. I work with a Packers fan and a couple Vikings fans.
Yeah.
So I was talking big shit all
big
weekend.
Shit.
And I made the proclamation that Mitch Trubisky is the best quarterback in the NFC North right now. Right now, baby. Which obviously isn't true, right? Aaron Rodgers is still overall the best quarterback. But the crazy thing about this game, and it's not crazy, I almost kind of expected it, is like, yo, for the first time, I was in no way, shape, or form at any point in the game scared of Aaron Rodgers. That is a different man out there. That is not the court. That's a broken man. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if his spirit's hurt. Yeah. I don't know what else is going on with him. I don't know. But that's a broken man. He did not strike fear in me like Aaron Rodgers usually does. He was not sharp like Aaron Rodgers usually is. They need to revamp that whole situation around him over there. But again, it felt good. I was never worried about that game. I was never worried
that was my
about
next question. It was like, what stood out about the game, and that was the biggest thing.
That was the biggest thing to me. It was just he's always lurking, right? Like even in closer games, like the first game of the season, lurking, right? Don't feel good about that. But in this game, even in some of the scarier moments, right? Like you just weren't really worried about them, and that says a lot. There's no reason that team should miss the playoffs 2 years in a row when you got a quarterback that good.
I agree.
Yeah. So fuck the Packers. Go fix your situation.
Yeah.
Welcome to the bottom.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Y'all got a long way up.
Yes.
Don't tell me about Ted Thompson anymore.
Don't want to hear it.
Don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear
tell
nothing.
me about how great they draft and how it's a family atmosphere and all that. That family's failing. It's broken apart. They don't eat at the same table. I don't want to hear it.
Quarterback don't talk to his
Trash.
parents. Everything over there is garbage right now.
And don't ever don't ever tell me about Kirk Cousins again.
Hold all these L's.
Trash buckets. Kirk is who we thought he was.
Forget about Kirk.
I'm just telling you,
yes.
NFC North quarterbacks. Don't tell me about Minnesota and that Kirk is taking the Super Bowl this year. It's not happening.
Don't want to hear it.
Don't want to hear it. I'll eat my own words. I don't give a fuck.
I agree.
I don't want to hear it. And don't even talk to me about Matt Stafford either.
What stood out to me about the game? We didn't fold.
Never.
There was an opportunity. You said you weren't nervous at all.
Never.
When it was tied up 14-14, I was like, bro, we've seen it. After we blow the fake punt,
yeah,
they go down and score, and it's 14s. I'm like,
which
I've seen this movie, bro. And then on that next drive, I think it's the next drive, Trubisky fumbles, but we get it back. And I'm like, oh, man, I've seen this flick before. So I started to get a little nervous there.
Yeah.
And then when we're actually driving, then Tariq fumbles. I'm just like, bro. The defense was playing so well, though. That was what I took away. We didn't fold. There were some spots where we caught some adversity where we could have folded and we didn't fold.
I was looking for the text messages, but yeah. Go on.
Yeah. We bounced back. Trubisky bounced back. That's what I have written down. He played efficient. He looked confident. He didn't make any ill-advised throws that could have been picked off.
Yeah.
He looked great. Leonard Floyd was all over the place.
Best game he's had as a Bear.
Absolutely.
Yeah, about time.
2 sacks.
Yep.
Mac had 2.5 sacks. Those are the things that stood out for me. Let's talk about
hold on, real quick. Let's talk about you losing faith in your boy real quick on Sunday. That group message when y'all were all like, oh, man, fake punt. I'm like, hold on.
That's just what I was about
to say. Be you. You can't ride with the BU when it works, and then when it doesn't work, start questioning it.
I didn't question it, though.
Ride with it.
I said
the fake punt was a terrible call, but you know what? His terrible calls pay off more than not.
I agree 100%. If last week you're going to be I love Nagy for the Tariq Cohen halfback pass, and then you're hot that he messes up the punt, and then you're hot that he messes up the Tariq Cohen veer, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways.
You can't have it both ways.
You got to rock with the good. You got to rock with the bad.
His aggressiveness and kind of unconventionalness that he likes to coach with, that's him. Be you. So I was disappointed a little bit when I saw that you initiated that conversation. Since we're going back on old shit.
No,
today.
listen.
A little disappointed.
What I said in the group text was,
be you.
If we're gonna go for it, go for it. 4th and 1. If you're gonna run a direct snap, run up the middle, just run out the offense and do something else. I just didn't like the call.
Yeah.
But I'll live with it because that's what we've been doing all year. He's been going with what he thinks is the right play. So I got to rock with it.
100%.
That was really everything I took away. The atmosphere from the fans was awesome. Everything about the game was great. It was great to be in there. Playoff tickets go on sale on Thursday, I believe, 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Our boys just got announced for the Pro Bowl. Akeem Hicks, Khalil Mack, Kyle Fuller, Tariq Cohen, and I believe that's it. Am I missing somebody?
Do you give a shit about the Pro Bowl?
No.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I think it's hard. Yeah, I think the Pro Bowl is just bullshit.
I would love if all our players got selected and didn't go.
Yeah.
Like, I could care less about the Pro Bowl.
I think the all-pro and shit like that is what actually matters, but the Pro Bowl and shit is such like a, yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, that's exciting.
I missed out on Eddie Jackson.
Didn't we have no Pro Bowlers last year?
No Pro Bowlers last year, and we have, I think, 5.
Yeah.
Akeem Hicks, Kyle Fuller, Eddie Jackson, Khalil Mack, Tariq Cohen. Shout out.
Tariq Cohen made the Pro Bowl.
Yes, he made the Pro Bowl.
Wow.
Shout out Drew Castillo for that list. And he even gave me the alternates.
Who's our alternates?
The alternates are Mitch, Trey Burton, Roquan, Danny Trevathan, Cody Whitehair.
So you were just talking. Roquan should have made.
I think Roquan should be in the Pro Bowl.
How many tackles does he have this year? Like 120 something, right?
I mean, I know he led the team again last week.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think he's up there in the NFL among tackle leaders.
I don't see why he wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up right now. I mean, he's everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think he's definitely up there amongst the NFL tackle leaders. And what did I say, man? Who else used to always be up there leading the tackle? What did I say at the beginning of the year? The perfect player, how many?
107 combined.
107 with 2 games left, right?
So he'll probably end the season with like 120 plus.
It was 120 plus,
and
right?
he missed what? A game?
No, he didn't miss any
He
games.
didn't.
He didn't start the first game.
He didn't start
came
the first
in
game.
and first play got
but no
sack.
training camp.
But it's baby Derek Brooks, all over the field making tackles, and it's 107. It's 107. Like it's not like you see him like. It's different, man. Like Khalil Mack is like you see Khalil Mack. Like when he makes a play, it's all over the place, right? But
I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, Roquan it's just different. It's methodical. It's every single play. He's by the ball. It's Derek Brooks.
I was locked in at the game. I didn't drink before.
Yeah.
I was just focused on watching the game. I didn't see Roquan make a play, and he let it. I didn't even see it.
You don't see it.
You don't even notice it.
Yeah, I think they're like, he's got 9 tackles or something.
Yeah, he just goes about his business.
Yeah,
he just does his thing.
Derek Brooks, baby. Best case scenario, Derek Brooks.
All day. Okay. I want to show some photos from the game, and I want you to caption them and give me your thoughts. I got some joints that I think are funny. Hold on. These are the pull me up, Aaron. These are the prime photos of the game. You already know who that is.
Anthony Miller.
Of course. Caption that for me.
Free smoke.
Free smoke, Tony Miller. I was like, when I saw it, I was thinking like, you already know what it is, G. Meet me at Gibson's after the game. We're going to be the champs.
That's free smoke. I got free smoke
Yeah,
for boys.
hit my boys. Don't even trip.
Well, catching vapors.
Catch. It's already done. Don't trip.
Hey, another Nick call. Hey, by the way, another Nick call. Anthony Miller, beginning of the year. I told you after I read that Players Tribune.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Him and Tariq Cohen.
And he tweeted after the game like, "Yo, Super Bowl time, dude."
I love that guy.
We want the Super Bowl.
Love his confidence. Playmaker.
Do you know who that is?
Who?
This person right here.
With the dreads?
No, right here in this. Oh, I don't know who that is either. But do you know who this is? Because I don't.
Is that Eddie Goldman?
Maybe Eddie Goldman. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to caption any pictures. I don't know. I don't know who that is here. You know who that is?
Nah.
Okay. And you got anything for this Leonard Floyd right here? Looks like he's hugging 2 chicks. I don't know who they are, but
Every time I fuck, I gotta hit me like 2.
At least 2 of them with Leonard Floyd pregame. You already know.
2 girls good to go like a Lou Will. Nah, I don't know.
Look at our boy locked in.
Khalil
locked.
He's wondering what he's gonna eat afterwards.
Yeah, bro. He's so nonchalant. I love it. He's the man.
I'm gonna get 2 tomahawks from Gibson's afterwards. Sack the quarterback.
Oh, Robinson. Oh, that photo's not interesting. What about Akeem?
Champs, baby.
That's it.
Champs.
I got the ball a little bit. Good looks.
Toasty.
Good looks on the rock right
Toasty.
Here.
That's what we got right there. Money making Mitch. And Mitch gets it in, too. All the club dub shit. You see Mitch in there. He's getting it in.
Dude, there was the video of Danny Trevathan that he filmed like live walking into the locker room in the club dub. He's like, man, where Mitch at? He was looking for Mitch. He's like, yo, where Mitch? But I'm just going to eat. This is nonchalant.
It's intimidating.
Look at his arms, bro.
Yeah, he's just a...
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous. Give me that.
Give me that.
Give me that.
Give me that. Bears.
Eddie Jackson, I got that.
Hey, no, go back. I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. Another one.
Pro Bowl.
How many games have been since he stole a pick? Give me that. I'm eating, baby.
That's not the one he picked off, but that was the one he knocked
that's not
down.
The one
that's
the
Hail Mary
okay, yeah.
at half, but My thought on this was like, I'm so happy I'm in the NFL. I get to long snap for a living. That's the long snapper. I don't even know his name.
My thought is that somebody find him a barber.
Yeah, his haircut is trash.
His haircut is super trash. What is that, bro? What is that? Does he have the side shaved and then it goes back? His hairline's receding.
He's taking off the helmet and shit though. But yeah,
he just needs to.
He's just happy to be in the league.
He needs to let it go.
I think I got one more. Champs. I told y'all I was the best motherfucker in the league, man. I told y'all.
You should have had that Vic Fangio picture.
I tried that. That Vic Fangio.
Yeah, someone tweeted with Vic with the album coming out.
No doubt. All right, so I wanted you to pull me down, Aaron. I just wanted to pull those up. I thought those were funny. We could have some fun with those. The last time the Bears won the NFC North was 2010. Mm-hmm. I got some photos. First off, what were you like? What were you doing in 2010? Like, think about that. Think about how many L's we've taken since 2010.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
2010, bro.
8 years ago, yeah. Like my daughter would have just been born. She would have been 6 months old.
Think about that.
Yeah, she would have been 6 months old.
That's how long ago, bro. Yeah. That's why every time you see these Packers fans, remind them.
Life was probably a lot less stressful.
Dude, 2010.
24 years old, yeah, bro, kicking it.
That was before I even graduated college. Yeah. I hadn't even went out to Arizona yet. Like, crazy. That's how long ago that was. So
you hadn't been out to Arizona since?
Bro, so much stuff has happened since. That was when
I first got back, or like a year after I got back. Yeah.
Like, think about it. Like, everyone listening, think about what you were doing in 2010. That's how many L's we've taken. Yeah. Years of L's. Yeah. Now, I found these pictures. Pull me back up, Aaron. I found these pictures from when we went to kick it at the NFC Championship. Peep these.
Oh, wow. Skinny quick.
Look at that, bro.
Hey, you had hair, bro.
Bro, you saw the line.
Hey, hold on. Pull off the hat. Jeez, we got to see the differences. My man's had hair, bro.
You feel me?
It was before when it was starting to go back, G, your forehead is,
my shit was on its way out already,
your shit was
bro.
100% on its way out.
On its way out already, bro.
And the A-Train jersey, a classic.
The A-Train. That was January 23rd, 2011.
Is that the Clyde Frazier joint in the back? I think that's the Clyde Frazier joint in the back.
11? Yeah,
that might be the Clyde Frazier joint.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was thinking like, damn, what have I done since 2010? And here's another one. We went to the Cubby Bear to watch the NFC Championship. We lost to the Packers.
This was the last time I've ever been to the Cubby Bear.
Yeah, that might be the last time. I've actually been there after some Cubs games.
Yeah, I think I actually did go in there a couple of years ago now I think about it when I was at the Cubs game.
Gee, we're rocking the Cutler. Charlie's girls got the Devin Hester. Kevo's got the Fridge Perry joint. I love you at the A-Train, bro.
Yeah, the A-Train joint. I still got the A-Train joint. It's a classic joint. Shout out A-Train. Anthony Thomas gave 1,000 yards to the Bears as a rookie. Monster. Remember him coming out though? He was gonna be a first-round pick until that Northwestern game. He fumbled.
We were talking about that game the other day.
Michigan versus Northwestern. Yeah. Remember he fumbled in the end zone. Fell to the second round of the Bears.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
That was Drew. Was that? No, that wasn't Drew Henson. Who was?
Might have been Drew Henson.
It might have been Drew Henson.
Might have been Drew Henson.
Who? It wasn't Greasy. That was way too long.
Shout out Drew Henson.
Shout out Drew Henson. Remember they brought him back?
He was supposed to be the one. He went
Cowboys,
to Dallas.
The Cowboys brought him back after minor league baseball.
He was supposed to be the answer, bro.
It was terrible.
Henson.
And then I think that's how they found Romo.
Yeah.
It was after Drew Henson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Romo, man, get Romo on Monday night. Yo. Are we saving this for national, or can we just talk about this right now?
Let's save it for national because we can talk about that game last night too. Because I want to talk about that Cam Newton. Y'all were on my neck for that. I actually do want to. Yeah, I actually do want to talk about that. Yeah, we want to talk about that.
Body language celebrates too much jewelry.
Listen,
fuck out of here.
Yeah, nah. Anyway. Playoff tickets on sale Thursday.
Yeah.
1 p.m. Central. How much would you pay for a ticket?
So you ready for this?
Yes.
I saw this as I was driving up here. I saw that you put that on there. And it's funny because, obviously you offered me to go to the game on Sunday. I couldn't do it. But actually wasn't too mad about it because I don't love going to football games. I think, you ready for this? I think football is the worst sport to watch live.
What do you mean?
I think football is the worst sport to watch live.
Well,
the at-home experience for football is
crazy.
So much better than any other sport that, like, I think about it, and it has to be, like, ideal for me to want to go to a football game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. To me, I like watching at home, getting wings, getting beer, having people over. Football is just too slow to watch. It is not like baseball where it's slow and you're kind of like chilling. It's stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. I'm just not a fan of watching football in person. I don't love going to Bears games. I'll do it. Like, the last game I went to, I think, was the Lambeau game, that Lambeau versus Cowboys, the Des Bryant catch or no catch game, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's history. Like, I'll go to that. Like, you know what I mean? For shit like that. But I don't love I don't know, man. I've never
the commentary, the camera angles,
yeah.
the HD looks.
Yeah, and I'll go to college games to see a stadium. Like, yo, we're talking about these SEC games. Like, cool, I'll do that shit more for, like, the experience. But, like, I'm not – I'd be like, I remember in college, like, I would tailgate and then go to the crib sometimes. But that's me. You know me, bro. I'm also like, I hate people.
You don't want to rock with that energy, though?
Nah, I don't. I've never fucking liked going to Bears games,
man. So you're not paying nothing?
No. I'll pay Buffalo Joe's for a spicy double.
There's got to be some chicken wings. That's like, you're not.
So, I mean, like, here's the thing, bro. If someone was like, yo, you want $50, $100, $100 to go to the Bears playoff game, I'd probably do it. But I'm not spending $350, $400 to do it. To me, it's just like, nah, I'd rather, like, in terms of watching sports live, like, to me, it's basketball, baseball, then football. Wow. And I don't even like baseball. But just going there, like, it's my type of thing. Yeah, that was my take.
I get what you're saying. I guess out of the three sports live, I guess football is probably the worst. Like, a basketball game is probably the best.
For sure.
Baseball game is great just because it's easier to follow, first of all, and you can kind of see what's going on. You don't really need replays and all that shit,
basketball's
right?
stimulating.
Yes.
Consistently.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
I would go 100%.
Yeah.
What would I pay? I don't know, man. I'm a big experience guy.
Yeah, see, like, you're more,
So, like, I like the environment.
You like the
I like the crowd. I like all that.
Man.
Yeah. So I would pay for the wild card round. I'd pay $500 to go.
Like, that's crazy.
That is a lot.
That's a lot of bread.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't, like, to me, like, I'd never really have interest in going to a Super Bowl.
Oh, I gotta go.
I would never have interest. Like, I if the Bears win the Super Bowl this year, like, yeah, I'd go. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't be like, oh shit, I gotta get to the Bears Super Bowl. Like, I gotta get. Like, not like the Bulls made the finals.
What are you saving money for then? That seems like, you know, people like saving up money to go do like shit.
Yeah.
If the Bears don't go to the Super Bowl, bro. Like, that's something I feel like you splurge money on.
Can I tell you what I do? What I would do? Where's the Super Bowl this year?
I think it's in Atlanta.
Like, I'd fly to Atlanta
and go
kick it, party, tailgate outside the game, the whole 9 yards, all that, but I don't have to go in, and then I just go watch the game.
Okay.
I like that. I love tailgating. I love a party or something like that, you know, kick it with that. I like the whole kick it part of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like going to the game to me. Like, once I'm actually in games, like, there's times where I've been at football games like, man, when's this shit gonna be over? Like, I just want to go home. I'll be on that.
I feel you.
Yeah. And I just like, I don't know. That's just kind of how it is, man. Hockey, too. Hockey's a good sport to watch.
Hockey is a good sport to watch. You don't even have to know what's going on.
You know the nice thing about hockey? The rink is all cool.
It's cold
like,
in there.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Like, you're chilling.
Facts.
But everybody's, like, hyped up. So, probably hockey would be, probably go shit. Basketball, hockey, baseball, football.
Okay.
So, I wouldn't pay that much, bro.
All right, bet.
What is the chat line saying on that? Everybody's probably calling me crazy.
Yeah, people are like, that's a hot take. Yeah, like, people like to go to games. Before we get into these Bulls, let's close it here. Going forward, there's that Super Bowl talk.
Yeah.
Where are you at on that?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We're holding this all week.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Chicago Bears are going to win the Super Bowl.
Wow. They're going to win the Super Bowl.
Chicago Bears are going to win the Super Bowl this year. We're the best team in the NFL.
Wow.
Our style, hear me out.
Yeah.
Our style that we play and what we rely on to win
has
the best chance of translating from game to game than any other team, right? So you look at the Chiefs, right? Their defense is just me, you, Aaron, and 9 other guys. So, or 10, yeah, whatever, however many other guys, right? Just terrible. Offensively, they have to score points, right? And not played in the playoffs yet, and it doesn't always happen that way. You're not going to score 45 every week. Look at the Rams, right? You have trouble putting up those kind of points, and you can't win ball games, right? If you're relying on your offense that much. The Bears, that's not the case. Our defense brings it every single week. If we get an offensive explosion, we are completely unbeatable. But if we don't have an offensive explosion, it can be the last couple weeks, right? Especially the Rams game. Our defense can still beat you, right? Our play calling can still be creative enough to get a touchdown, right? But that defense is going to come to play every week, no matter where we go. It travels, right? Everywhere you go, and it's going to translate from game to game. There's not another team in the NFL that's winning. Our defense is heads and shoulders above everybody else. And you fought it. I told you it's going to matter in December. Started to pound the ball. I mean, Jordan Howard was a focus in the first half of that game. That translates, right? He's getting better as the year goes along. He's getting carries. I think all that stuff translates, and it makes the Bears an extremely tough out. And the style of defense in which we play, it's not like, hey, we're going to shut you down and not let you score points. No, we're going to shut you down. We're going to take the ball, and we're going to put your quarterback on his ass. No offensive coordinator wants to go against that. And we've shut down prolific offenses.
Now, listen, I love it. I love what you're talking.
Now, save that fucking tape.
We are going to save it. It's being recorded right now. I love it. I love what you're saying, and I agree with a lot of what you're saying. If we have to go to New Orleans, you can freeze all that Super Bowl talk. Do I think we can beat? I legit think we can beat everyone. I think Kansas City comes out of the AFC.
Yeah.
I think we have the Nagy angle there where we know their personnel. We know a lot about what they're going to do, and we can play D.
Andy Reid has to get to a Super Bowl, which has not really worked out for Andy Reid.
It's funny because the only thing I'm worried about is having to walk into the Superdome.
For sure.
That's the only thing. If that wasn't in the picture, I think I would say the same thing. I think we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's 100% in the picture.
We're going to have to go to New Orleans.
Got to win a tough game.
How does that bracket out? Is there any way we can avoid that? Like,
New Orleans is the 1 seed.
Is there any way
that we both win out? No, I don't think there's any way we avoid it.
We'd play them after the wild card.
Yeah, because if they win and we keep going, we're gonna meet them. I don't know if we meet them in the second round or if we meet them in the conference finals. I haven't.
How many people get a bye? 2, right?
2. So LA is gonna get it, and New Orleans is gonna get it, unless LA continues to.
They got 2 soft ass games.
But that's I don't know, you're trying to be negative, but that's why the fucking Miami game. Forget any other game. Forget the Packers game. Forget the Lions game, and forget the Patriots game. No game sticks out more than that Miami game. We had to win that game.
I was at the game.
Yeah, we had to win that game.
Well, even the Giants game too.
Yeah, the Giants game.
We didn't take that shit as seriously as we should have.
Well, Giants game, we still had Chase Daniel though, right? Or not?
But it was like Mitch could have played, but he didn't. Yeah,
that's fine. I'll concede the Chase Daniel.
But the Miami game was we had it won.
Yeah,
it was locked already. Yeah.
So I think that those are that was the one game that got us was the Miami game because we wouldn't be in this position.
Because I think another good point is if we have to go to LA, we're gonna bring a lot of fans.
Yeah, they don't have a home field advantage.
If we went out to
it'd be more
LA,
Bears fans than Rams fans.
The Coliseum is like 93,000. I could bet there'd be 35,000 Bears fans.
I think that's low.
Right.
I think 60,000.
No,
I've seen games there. They had a game there this year. I forget who they were playing, and it was more freaking of the other team's fan than their team's fans. Yo, people in LA got other shit to do, bro.
We wouldn't sell. It holds 93. We wouldn't sell 60 of them. Come on,
what do you mean? You just told me you pay $500 to go to a fucking conference championship game. Bears fans are all over the place.
And I think that we should try to go out to LA if we could do that. That'd be dope.
I love to go to LA. Yeah. You don't gotta twist my arm to go to LA for any reason at all. Anybody listening right now, Southern California is where Nick should be. So you never got to twist my arm to get out there.
I feel that.
You know that.
So how do you see us going into New Orleans and winning, though? Because especially from what I can see, New Orleans plays a little D2 now.
I got the faith, baby. I got the faith. If you can rattle Breeze, which again is like easier said than done, but if you can get to him, right? If you can get to him and we have Khalil Mack. It changes everything. Their offense will be focused on shutting down Mack, and now the other boys are coming to play. Hakeem Hicks has been coming to play all year. Leonard Floyd is here to play. So you can put all that pressure, all that attention on Mack, and it opens up those guys to play. Drew Brees is still fucking 38 years old. He doesn't want to get hit.
No, I agree. And if you watch the game, if you watched the game last night, Carolina was all over their ass. And Carolina was playing great defense.
Cam Newton's arm is broken.
Yeah, his shoulder's messed up.
He's hurt. So and they're just not good either. But you know, I understand how tall of a task that is. Like, trust me, I get it, man. Like, you see how I bet. I always bet Fields. Yeah. Like, that's my favorite thing to do. So I believe in the home field advantage very much. But I also believe that this Bears team, man, that will be the game that Trubisky will have to step up. So if there's one spot that he really has to step up, it'll be in that New Orleans game, because those boys will put, even on a bad game, they can still put 21, 28 on you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's an issue. But I still feel that this team, man, that defense is going to travel. It's not like it would have looked for other teams. The Rams don't want to go in there, right?
Right.
Any of the other NFC playoff teams don't want – the Cowboys don't want to go in there, even though they beat them already.
Yeah.
Bears got the best chance. Now, if we got to play Dallas or some shit like that, bring it on.
I'm not scared of –
Give me Dak Prescott.
I honestly am not scared of anybody in the league but the Saints at
all.
At New Orleans. That's it.
Yeah.
I think we could beat anybody else.
Yeah. At all. The Saints don't want to come to Soldier, but they don't have to.
How do you feel about this narrative that the Rams are basically finished? Like, everyone's like, these boys are trash now.
That's just where we live.
That's just how we live now,
bro. Yeah, they're still a good team. I will say this: Goff has looked terrible for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, he has.
Like, terrible.
Detroit
he came back
against
down to
us,
earth. Yeah.
At home against the Eagles.
I mean, against the Bears, he was atrocious.
Yeah.
And the other day, he was fucking awful. So, I mean, like, that's an issue for them. They got to figure out. I think that Cooper Kupp injury for them was huge, right? And they got to get Gurley going. He has to eat. So, I mean, yeah, I think I don't think they're done, though. They could still be explosive. McVay's still a good coach, but, you know, hey.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You want to relive this dub club before we go over to the Bulls?
Yeah, I love the dub club.
Hey, pull this up for me, Aaron.
It's culture, baby. I love culture.
Make it full screen.
So for people that don't know, after every Bears win, they go back in the locker room, they get a strobe light, play a bunch of music, and dance, and they call it the dub club. This was your shit when it came out, that swag surfer. Anthony Miller.
Bro, and everybody be in there chilling.
Yeah, Mitch is in there too, yeah.
We are not done. Unfinished business, but it feels good. Man, it feels good. Offense, defense, special teams. That's how it goes, man. You got me? Hey, got me. It feels good, so enjoy it. Enjoy this thing. When I just get done saying, we are not done. You got me? If you're done, just leave. I ain't done. Number 10, get in here!
Good work, fellas. You deserve this. Love y'all, boys. Let's continue to put the work in because we're not done. We're just getting started. Let's go. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, you know what I like about the Bears? You can tell, like, and this isn't always the case with NFL teams, you can tell, like, the defensive players fuck with Mitch, like, heavy. Like, I was watching Danny Trevathan's live story, and, like, he gets back to the locker room to go to Club W. Where Mitch at? Where Mitch at? Yeah. So you could tell they fuck with Mitch. Like, Mitch is, man, he's a good guy, man.
That's actually a great point, because, like, if there was times where, like, the Legion of Boom,
they
were not rocking with Russell.
There were times, read the stories, they did not fuck with him at all.
Like, the defense did
not fuck with him, man.
Like, the coaches didn't like each other, etc. Like, yeah, bro, that's a good point.
Yeah.
NFC North champs, hopefully soon to be NFC champs. It's been a great, great season, man. Keep enjoying it. Keep rocking it. Keep soaking it in. Keep telling all the Packers fans they're trash every time you get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Let's switch over to the Bulls.
Dun, dun, dun. We need to have some depressing music for when we go to talk about the Bulls. Or,
we should have some,
or
like
something blowing up, or
some dread.
Have a picture of some shit on fire. You get a picture of something on fire. Something burning.
Music coming.
Gloom and doom.
Really quick, before we get to the Bulls, John Johnson in the chat.
Shout out John Johnson, man.
Said 49ers week a letdown next week.
I never like going over there to play. I've never liked when the Bears go over there to play. I'll never forget we went over there to play and Kaepernick shredded us. Do you remember that year?
Yeah.
Shredded us.
Oh, I had a ton of money on the Bears actually
Didn't
that
he throw
game.
like 6 touchdowns?
And it was like, oh, they got a new quarterback.
Yeah.
And Kaepernick crushed us.
Crushed the Bears.
His first start in the NFL.
I never like going over to those type of places because you know their fans are going to bring it in if their team is shit. This dude Mullins is playing kind of decent.
And for whatever reason, they seem to be playing really hard.
They play hard. Yeah.
Like they beat Seattle last week.
They play hard.
Yeah, they're like trying to win the game for
Teams
whatever
with
reason.
Nothing to lose, playing at home, especially when that home is a rocking stadium and a team, and you know fans that get behind their team like the 49ers fans, that's always dangerous.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely not looking past that game. I would not at all be surprised if the Bears lost. Not in the least bit. Going across the country, I hate that. I hate those games.
Fair enough. We'll leave it there. All right, switching over to the Bulls. There's a narrative out there in the street that they showed toughness and getting in a fight with the OKC Thunder. Lost the game by 15 points, I think, eventually.
I want to find this Mayberry tweet.
But yeah, people were on Mayberry's head for that.
Yeah.
In that article, yeah.
Well, you see what he said? He's like, you know, and I responded back. I go, that's Chicago. But he was like, yeah, you know, I don't get it. You guys are mad when the team gets their ass kicked all year, but then they show some toughness and you guys are still mad. So welcome to Chicago, baby. This is not Oklahoma City.
Right.
Shout out Mayberry, obviously, gives us great content, but I thought that was funny. Like, yeah, you got a lot to learn if you don't understand how Chicago fans work.
All day. If you missed it, pull me up real quick, Aaron. If you missed it, here's the scrap. Basically, I don't even know what happened, but Westbrook was just on his, like, Westbrook wanted to be upset about something.
Yeah.
He pushed Dunn, and then this is like the little melee that kind of broke out after.
Block. And we get a reach and foul by Cameron Payne, and now that is an obvious shove, and Jeremy Grant just came over to defend, and now we got a melee here. I mean, what is this between Robin Lopez and Jeremy Grant as they are really going at it.
Rolo is hot.
Everybody coming over as Lopez got really ticked off.
Boylen.
After Grant came over to defend Westbrook, Adams, also another enforcer, came over. As Lopez was as mad as any player in the NBA.
You can pull that down. But that was like the little melee, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
I've never seen Robin Lopez that mad before.
Mild-mannered guy, professional, veteran. You know what that is, right? It's obvious that's tension boiling over of dealing with this situation all year, trying to be the adult in the room for the better part of 2 years.
It's just like, I don't need this shit.
I don't need this shit. Just get me out of here. Put me on a contender. Put me in a good locker room. I'm done with this shit. You don't see a guy like that explode like that. I mean, that was, like you said, that's as mad as he's seen anybody in the NBA all year. He had, like, venom in his eyes. You know what I mean? He's over here pointing them out, ready to fight. Like, that's crazy, man.
He was hot.
He was hot.
It is like, get me out of here,
like,
bro.
Yo, free Rolo.
I'm what? He's like 13th season? 12th season?
11 or 12 season.
Yeah, 11 or 12 season.
Free Rolo, man.
It's like, dude, get me out of here, bro.
Get me out of here.
I'll go give some solid minutes to somebody else.
I'll go sit on somebody else's bench. Just get me out of this situation where we're firing coaches. The organization has no direction. I got this fucking jerk-off Jim Boylen in my ear. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. This whole place is just screwed. Garpack's situation is terrible. Every week it's a new media story of what's going on. I don't want to be here anymore, and we ain't winning no ball games either to add to it. So I got frustrated last night. Did you hear his comments afterwards?
No.
He's like, yeah, you know, the refs were calling a lot of fouls in the first half, so I figured I'd help them out a bit. You know, they seemed like they need to get busy or some shit or they needed a break. So he just got ejected. Which is just a better. Basically, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't need to answer this question. I don't give a fuck. I'm upset. I'm done being here. And like, yeah, I feel for him, man. Like I said last week, if he hadn't have been there during that little almost mutiny that happened, I think he would have had a real issue. Yeah. But this, I feel for the guy, man. I really do. This is a terrible situation to be in. It's toxic.
Yeah, we're gonna play a little clip of Boylen to close this segment, and we'll talk about that.
Man, that's a new,
But I got some who wins in a fight since they want to scrap in Oklahoma City. I got some matchups down. Who do you got in a fight? Robin Lopez or Steven Adams? Robin Lopez, Steven Adams in a fight, in a brawl.
Steven Adams is Aussie. He's got that like outback strength.
See, listen, this is what I got.
He might.
Everybody says that about Steven Adams. Everybody just automatically assumes. Everybody just assumes he's Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
He'll just beat up everybody.
Crocky.
I'm going to go with Rolo because I think he's one of those dudes, if you get super mad, he can just go off the rails.
Yeah, you probably don't want him to see red.
Yeah, he would just go off the rails. And I think he had his brother he was dealing with his whole life. And I'm sure they got in some scraps. So I got Rolo,
Steven Adams has probably never fought another 7-footer.
Like,
because Rolo's been fighting 7-footers for 30+ years.
Right. Like,
him and his brother definitely fought.
Not
a question.
Yeah. I could bet that Steven Adams never even got in a fight.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's been playing ball his life.
Everybody was probably scared of him. Like,
yeah, and nobody's messing with him. Like,
but yeah,
Rolo's been fighting
Rolo's
Brooke.
been fighting somebody with super reach for a long time.
He's been scrapping with Brooke. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like, I know how to fight you.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Rolo on that
Shout out the Lopez brothers.
Yeah, man.
Great career.
Yeah, Stanford boys.
Stanford boys.
Westbrook or Kris Dunn in a scrap?
I don't think Westbrook's fighting anybody, bro. There. And you saw after he got pushed, he didn't want any smoke. So I don't think he's fighting anybody. I got Kris Dunn. Kris Dunn might be from the gutter with it.
He might get gutter with it.
Yeah, Kris Dunn might be from out the mud.
Kris Dunn on the mud.
Kris Dunn, he's an East Coast guy. Yeah, he might be out the mud.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
Russ is a crazy dude. He's a ball of energy, but I don't know if he's fighting anybody. He's probably always had people to handle that for him.
Yeah, I think Russ is going off pure stature.
Yeah.
And I'm the man and no one can guard me.
Yeah.
Like that whole, like, you're a baby. Like, no one can touch me. I'm the MVP. I've done this. I do this. I don't know if he's built to get in a scrap.
That's why Jeremy Grant felt necessary to come up and be like that defender of Russ, because you can't. It's just like in hockey. You have those guys who come in just to fight.
Right.
The enforcers. Like, you can't have your star player. You can't have Patrick Kane fighting anybody. Yeah. You can't have Russ fighting anybody.
But if you go back and even look at the clip, he pushes Dunn.
Yeah.
Dunn pushes him back, and then Westbrook's like, whoa,
no smoke.
What are you talking about?
No, hold on. I didn't know that smoke was coming. I'm good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he didn't want it, man. That's not his role, man.
Yeah.
You got to have those guys that come in, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
They got 5 to give, and, got to go from there.
Shout out Cheney.
We sent the goons in there.
Sent the goons in there.
He broke that dude's leg.
I think it was his arm.
After the interview,
I think it was his arm.
But he got fired afterwards.
Yeah,
we had to send the goons in there.
Send the goons in. No one knows what we're talking about.
Bro, so John Cheney, when he was the head coach at Temple, was playing against, I want to say it was like Cincinnati, and the game was getting rough, and he had this guy, I'll never forget his name. Dude's name was Nehemiah Ingram, sitting on the bench. Didn't play. He was like one of those 4-year senior guys.
A true enforcer.
Like, average like 1.8 rebounds. And Cheney sent him into the game because the game was getting rough. And this dude picked up something like 5 fouls in 38 seconds. Some crazy shit, and ended up breaking another dude on the team, another opposing player's arm.
Yeah.
And after the interview, they asked Cheney about it, and he's like, I had to send the goons in.
He admitted to it.
He literally said, I had to send the goons in.
Go look. If you haven't seen that, go look that up.
Yeah. Go
while you're at it.
Look at the clip of Cheney was he trying to fight Calipari that one time when he came in the press conference?
School.
Like, go kick your ass.
Kick your ass. Yeah, that's what
Cheney
he said.
those old Big East coaches, man.
Old school. All right, last one.
All right, I don't even know why you even put this one up.
Gee, but I got an opinion on this. Jim Boylen Tom Thibodeau.
Easy money on Tibbs.
You think he just whoops cuz?
Yeah, where do I begin?
Tell me.
All right. Tom Thibodeau is really like that, right? Like the tough guy, hard ass, grind you out, right? Jim Boylen might be like that, but he's also portraying that, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand. It's like, you know, some people that you'll be like, yo, this guy, he's an asshole, but it's all good. That's just kind of who he is, and you're fine with it.
Yeah, that's
And then there's the people who act like an asshole, and it's like, yo, you're acting like an asshole. I don't fuck with them, right?
Right.
You are who you
This
are,
some fake shit.
and you can pretend to be who you want to pretend to be, right? But you are who you were when you got here. And Thibodeau's been that way. He's a grinder. Let's talk about straight out the mud with it. That's Tom Thibodeau. So before he even fought Jim Boylen, Tom Thibodeau would be in the basement studying film. He'd pull up fights of Jim Boylen fighting in preschool. Oh, Boylen had a great right hook when he was 8. We got to make sure we defend against that.
That's
so
what we got to worry about.
He'd have the manual on how to fight Jim Boylen, and he'd have a counter for every move. 100%. Whereas Boylen would be on Instagram showing his workouts because he wants to prove to you that he's tough. Thibodeau out the mud with it, baby. No chance.
And he doesn't really care.
No chance. And he might fight you for 60 minutes. You feel me?
He goes the distance.
He goes the distance.
Full 12.
Full. Yeah, it's scheduled for 12.
All right,
Game scheduled for 48. You're playing 47.
Now, I actually like your take on that. So that is kind of swaying my opinion a bit. But I would say right now, today, I was thinking that Boylen would win the scrap because I think he would dig a little deeper because he has a little bit more to prove than Thibodeau. Thibodeau is...
You can't dig deeper than Tom Thibodeau. That's his problem. It's not possible. So, there's nothing left to dig for when he's done. Dude, did you ever used to hear about like the players said before games? Like
my shit,
they said before games,
Boylen
would
give
have
him
like
a
binder like this big full of like the defensive rotations of the Sacramento Kings. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. I like this segment. This is decent.
Yeah, I think Boylen would give him a little run though.
Yeah.
I think Boylen is crazy, bro.
Yeah, but that's
Boylen's a little off his shit. Or he's just acting like
Thibodeau is crazy. Certifiably not acting. That is 100% who he is. He is the asshole, right? That person who's an asshole who you live with because that's who they are. Boylen is the guy who's acting like an asshole. He might be an asshole a little bit, but he's not Thibodeau levels. He's not tough like that. Nah. He's not built like that, bro. Thibodeau is out the gee. They said that Thibodeau, his first 2 years coaching the Bulls, didn't have a crib. He lived in a hotel.
I heard that.
And watched film.
And the other story is that I don't know if how true they get, but he was just like, yeah, he'd get chicks, take care of his business, and then go back to the film.
Gee, I read an interview with him. He's like, he asked about wife and kids. He goes,
yeah,
if you want to be an NBA coach, you don't have time for wife and kids.
Yo, he's all basketball.
Out the mud with it, baby.
All the time.
Yeah, so that's Thibodeau. No, I'm riding with Tibbs fighting anybody, bro.
Tibbs in a fight.
Tibbs versus Belichick might be interesting though. Belichick might.
Dog, Thibodeau will whoop Belichick ass, bro. That soft ass defense he got over there.
Tibbs versus Pop.
Tibbs versus Pop. I don't know. Pop might pull out some all
Pop
Army Navy.
Shit. Pop might know that shit.
Hit Tibbs with a pressure point and choke him out.
Pop prepared for his ass too.
All right, since we're talking about Boylen, pull me up real quick, Aaron.
Hold on.
Oh yeah,
real quick.
You want to
introducing the new segment here for No Catch Up Chicago. So as you guys know, with the Jim Boylen era, we know this is going to be interesting. We know we got him for the rest of the year, barring anything crazy, and next year. So we got a good like 15 months of Jim Boylen. So what we're gonna do is what's called the Boylen Watch. Every week, bring you something new from Jim Boylen, and break it down a little bit. So this clip is after the come from behind down 20 win against the Spurs, right?
Yes.
In which everybody's so fired up because the Bulls show some heart.
They were down a dub at half and came back. Yeah.
He channeled his inner Gene Hackman and got his Hoosiers on over here and gave an inspiring speech.
You guys have done everything I've asked you to do. The conditioning, the video sessions. Okay? This is your win against a real good team in a tough building. And I'm so proud of you guys. Okay? Now we're going to start playing winning basketball. I'm very proud of you. Coaches, hell of a job. Can't do it without you. Medical staff, hell of a job. We are becoming a family. And we are going to build this culture. And we are going to be champions. But we got to take it one step at a time. We just took one big step today. I'm proud of you guys.
Bulls on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bulls.
1, 2, 3 Bulls. What?
You not rocking with that? Farce?
Clown.
It's a farce?
Clown.
Cameras was there?
No, he's just a clown, bro. You're not rocking? We're a family. Couldn't do it without you. What you just won a regular season game in San Antonio when you've won 7 ball games all year, and you're giving a speech like you guys just won game 7. Couldn't have done it without the coaches, the trainers. We got a family. It starts in the film session, guys. We're gonna get this right, and we're a family here. Bulls on 3. The players are laughing at him. Come on, man. These are grown-ass fucking men, dude. Last week, you tried to have these boys running suicides. This week, you're talking about family. This guy has no idea what the fuck he is doing.
You like the good edit job where they cut to Wendell and Cam
laughing at his ass.
No, that was like a smile, like,
Whatever.
yeah, we did it. But
Campaign
that's like it was an edit. It was an edit job, though. Like,
dude,
it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying?
Stop it. If you believe in that, that's the corniest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. So corny. They were clowning him on who's my man's on fuck man, the black dude breaks down sports on Sunday morning. Siafa Lewis is his name?
I have no idea.
Dude, yeah, always sharply dressed dude. They're clowning him on the Chicago sports shows in the morning on Sunday. Clowning him. I'm sorry. No, don't give me that corny shit, dude. Bulls on 3. I think every 1, 2, 3 Bulls. Motherfuckers didn't want to listen to that.
It was just because the cameras was there. They just got to win.
You buy into that any given Sunday. The inches
no,
we need are
I'm
around
just telling you.
bullshit.
I'm with you. I mean, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it was corny.
It was corny.
He's just
but
corny.
What else he's supposed to do, man? He don't know what to do.
Strap in. We're in for a ride with this dude.
Yeah,
every
we are.
fucking week.
We're in for a long ride.
Last week you were a hard ass driving guys, suicides, 3 days and whatnot. Now you want to talk about family and like it was a win against the Spurs in the regular season.
Yeah.
Stop. You lost by 60 the other night. Get it together. Fucking clown.
All right, let's close it on a little national talk. Let's talk about this Monday Night Football piece.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton, I had a take I put out in the world on Twitter last night. I said Cam needs to show better body language. It rubs off on the O. He always looks down and frustrated. And that is pure, no cap facts. Nick included, a couple other cats came in my head. They were calling me Will Kane. They were
Jason Whitlock.
They were saying it was a Colin Cowherd take.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my own eyes. I like Cam. I'm a fan of Cam. He's hurt. I believe that. He always looks wild negative. Like, he portrays negativity. And then that shit where he ran off 10 seconds before the half.
Yeah.
Like, awareness is just non-existent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how y'all were on my head about that take when I think it's very valid. Like, the way your quarterback carries himself is major.
It was just a trash take to put in writing.
And put in writing is facts.
It was a trash take to put in writing.
It's facts,
you sound like every other one of these dudes that has a problem with Cam Newton for anything that he does.
I love Cam Newton. I like Cam Newton.
But I'm saying that's when I saw that take, I had to actually read it 3 times to make sure it was you.
But bro, every time they 3rd and out, 3 and out, 3rd down, they're incomplete. He walks off, head down, goes straight to the bench, sits down, doesn't say shit to anybody. Did you see the clip of him
falling on the sidelines? I think the kicker missed a field goal or some shit. It wasn't yesterday, but it's like a GIF that they have, and he literally falls and does this dramatic fall on the sidelines.
It's just like, yeah, bro, like, and I get the narrative, like when Tom and JJ Watt are yelling and screaming, it's motivational, but then when Deshaun or Des Bryant is doing it, or Odell Beckham is doing
Watt
it, it's a big
saves
problem.
children out of burning buildings. He rebuilt Houston after the hurricane and all that stuff.
But I get all that. But like, take Cam Newton's or his attitude and his energy compared to like a Russell Wilson. It just but I understand that, bro. And I
Those
don't.
are both ends of the spectrum. Russell Wilson
but
is
still,
corny.
though, you feel me? He is corny.
I like him though.
But like, he's a good quarterback, and he like, dude, to be honest, that team shouldn't be playing as well as it is.
Yeah, but to your point, though, we just talked about it. Clearly, that didn't work with Russell Wilson's previous teammates. All that positivity.
Defense, like, okay.
Well, that's half the team.
But that's fine. But that's, okay. How about what I'm saying is Seattle's team isn't that great. They're getting ready to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I would say the Panthers are a better overall team than the Seattle.
I'd beg to differ.
They've lost 6 in a row, bro.
My point is this. I think that when you look back on Cam Newton's career to date, it's a tragedy, the lack of talent that they've surrounded him with offensively.
Yo, shout out the man in the chat. He just said Cam Newton's throwing motion on par with Markelle Fultz's jump shot.
That's grimy. Cam Newton's hurt, by the way.
He is hurt.
Interception that he threw, Cam Newton doesn't throw that type of ball. But I feel like, yeah, I mean, body language, sure, man. I'm not saying I disagree with the body language thing.
Do you see what I'm seeing, though? It's always negative.
Yeah. But I will say this, man. Look at the weapons that they've surrounded him with. I mean, who's his best receiver this year? Devin Funchess?
Yeah.
I mean, when they went to the Super Bowl, his number one receiver was Teddy Ginn.
Yeah, shout out Ted Ginn, legend.
Shout out Ted Ginn, track legend at Ohio
Track
State.
meet. I'm open.
Track meet open, baby. 7-Eleven. But you know, like he's never really had the talent. McCaffrey's a good player, but like he's never really had the talent around him. So I kind of always, that's why I kind of have that soft spot for Cam. When they win, it's because of Cam, and when they lose, it's probably because of Cam too. But either way, I mean, like they are built around Cam. They've taken him for granted.
I watched the game front to back last night. They looked so bad on offense.
Yeah, they're bad.
It was anemic type.
They should fire Ron Rivera.
They could do nothing on O. It was really, really bad.
They need to fire him and fire their GM.
Before we get out of here, where do you stand on this Brady? The media is all over Brady, Belichick, at the end of an era talk, and then this Rams talk.
The media and Sean Little.
Well, no. I haven't said a word about Brady going down the tubes. I think Belichick is highly overrated, no doubt about that. This stage in his career, he's overrated.
Yeah.
Where do you stand with the Brady Belichick? Like, are they going to be able to go to the AFC Championship?
I would not be surprised if they won the Super Bowl. I've been saying that all year, and you've been giving me shit about it. But I told you they're a factor until they're not. They're a factor until they're not.
I don't have this on record, but just going off of my memory, they never go to the AFC Championship or go to the Super Bowl when they don't have home field. From my just off the top of my head, I don't remember them ever going away, and going to the Super Bowl. You feel me? So they're not going to have that home field advantage this year. Like off the top of your head, can you think of them having this tumultuous run to have it?
There's no way that they haven't. I mean, that the fact that they would have home field advantage, they'd have to. I mean, they've been to fucking 6 Super Bowls and countless AFC Championship games. So I mean, that would be assuming that they've never
always have a bye. They always play one game.
They used to go up into Indy and win all the time.
No, Indy was always in New England.
That's when the Colts were winning fucking 13, 14 games every year.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
they went into Lucas Oil and put the hammer down a few times. Look, bro, my whole point is they're a factor until they're not. But I mean, we can't be surprised about Brady. He's 41 years old.
The whole argument of they're a factor till they're not is don't believe your lying eyes. Like you're watching them. And you know they're not that good.
Oh, this is not their most talented team, but I didn't think that last year was their most talented team. They started off the season terrible last year and then got hot and rode that all the way to the Super Bowl. All I'm saying is good coaching, solid quarterbacking.
They played pretty well all year when Brady got back from the suspension. Yeah, they did.
Nah.
He won the MVP.
Shout out Jacoby Brissett. That was the year before, wasn't it? No, the 4-game suspension was 2 years ago.
That was the one for the Atlanta Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you
lose track of all their winning seasons.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have to be at home though.
Yeah, they might have to be at home.
Chiefs coming out of the AFC. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know, dude. I'm telling you,
Chargers. Where are you at with these Chargers?
I don't know. Chargers might be that fucking rabbit foot up the ass team this year. Someone was talking about Phillip Rivers might be due.
All those years of them blowing close games, they're winning.
And being underachieving. Dude, there was a year where they had the #1 ranked offense and #1 ranked defense and didn't make the playoffs. You know what I mean? So
that's hard to do.
Yeah, they've had a lot of ups and downs. They've got a good team and they've flown under the radar all year. And we talked about it last week. Phillip Rivers is a good quarterback.
Yeah, he's
been a good quarterback for a long time. And you want to talk about good energy and rah-rah. I mean, it doesn't get any more than that. Phillip Rivers
Hey, man,
and his 8 kids.
That's what you want to have on your football team is the quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. People look at the quarterback, and when he looks like Cam does, it's definitely not a positive. I'm gonna tell you that.
They were talking. They're like, "Yo, if you got 8 kids, nothing phases you."
Yeah, interception.
Yeah, interception.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, it's all good. Whatever. 8 kids. You know what I mean? You deal with chaos all day. You know, have you seen how he goes back and forth? So he doesn't live in L.A.
No?
He left the family in San Diego. He was against the whole L.A. move.
Oh, San Diego. That's not
So
far, though.
it's a good and traffic in California.
He's
it's like
not
a 2 hour.
driving.
It's like a 2 hour
I
drive.
bet you he's taking like
So
a
listen.
helicopter, though.
No, so he kept the family out there, and
He's not moving all them motherfuckers out.
No, it's 8 kids, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not moving
8
them all out.
kids.
Yeah.
8. And they might have another one coming. But he has this like souped up Sprinter van that he takes to and from LA to San Diego every day, so he can like watch film and like all this shit. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
In like just 2 hours, he probably got a driver.
little
The team
commute
probably
where-
paid for the driver.
Dude,
Yeah,
he probably loves that time by himself.
for sure.
That in between.
He's got 8 kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm
You'll
saying?
get
He
no
probably
alone
loves that
time.
time, no doubt.
Only alone time you get is to make more kids. That's about it.
Yo, you know what's really, before we get out of here, you know what's really messed up? I booked a trip to Munich for the end of January.
Yeah.
It's like the week of the Super Bowl. So if the Bears go to the Super Bowl,
You're gonna be in.
I'm going to be
Munich.
in Germany.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Couldn't be any worse place to be to a Super Bowl.
But I didn't, man, I wasn't expecting all this. I booked this months
Why would you
ago
book a trip to Germany during the Super Bowl week, anyways?
because D Will's got a couple games and I'm going to go see some
yeah,
Euro
yeah,
basket
yeah.
and they got like a string of games that'll be dope. So I'm going to go check that out.
How's he liking it out there? Decent.
He's liking it. He's balling. He's averaging he's going for like 25 and 5.
That's
so,
what's up.
Yeah. That's it from No Catch Up Chicago this week. The Bears are the 2018 NFC North champs. For Nick the Quick, I'm your host, Sean Little. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, man. Tell your homies. Hop on iTunes. Give us the 5-star review. Merch is on the way. This is just one of the examples of the hats that I'm kind of working on. We're coming with a bunch of stuff. For Nick the Quick, I'm your host, Sean Little. No Catch Up Chicago. For Chicago, by Chicago. Listen up. Bears.
Get it.